Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We are 2B Diced Adventures, and this is our Wednesday evening festivities where we present the Dimensional Dial of Dr. Diago. I am your game master for this evening, Matt, also known as Wartorn Knight. I am joined by most of our party this evening. We are ready to put on a nice little show for you guys. But first, last time on the Dimensional Dial of Dr. Diago, the group had the totally chill negotiations with a being that has formerly introduced themselves as Zazima, the Lord of Storms. And that conversation went about as you'd expect. However, the results of this conversation were a favor for this massive dragon, asking them to go and retrieve an artifact from the nearby, we'll call it, invasion of a goblinoid tribe that the party grandpa Caliban has a little bit of history with. After doing this, Zazima promised to help charge the crystal that will power the dial. However, a caveat to this deal is servitude for Caliban at the behest of Zazima. The party ventured off into the jungle once again, heading to the side of the island that they were told these goblins are, where they were uh, set upon by a group of Deinonychus, one of which looking a little familiar. Shortly after dispatching or otherwise, taking care of these animals, the group was then ambushed by a goblin raiding party. They swiftly dispatched these soldiers, and after a brief bit of, we'll call it, divine interrogation, somebody decided to punish one of these living, we'll call them what they are, hostages at this point, and that individual no longer has a scalp.
Don't giggle about it.
How is this going to affect relations with these goblins when they finally do manage to get to them? What is the artifact that this group has been sent to obtain, and what twists and turns await them on their way to getting to the next dimension? These questions and more have yet to be diced. When last we left off, the party child, as it were, had stabilized this individual that just went on a vertical trip to nowhere and was knocked out shortly after losing the topmost part of their head. I believe that you gave them a handful of hit points. So
yes, 11 hit points was what it was.
They are awake and conscious and screaming.
I'm gonna put my hands over the mouth and just be, it's okay. We'll keep him away for now. Clicky!
It's less a scream of terror and more so a scream of pain as a sizable chunk of their flesh is now missing.
Petrichor has put cotton and has wrapped up that area so it's not an exposed wound anymore, but absolutely.
Right. So that's where he stands or lays down at the moment. What's everyone else doing?
Xanthi is puking and hyperventilating right now. She can't even look at this scalp. It literally girl is so fucking stone cold sober and she is not having a good time remembering shit.
Cluck. Go ahead.
I was just saying, Clucky, you can notice we tell there's more of an unhinged demeanor about his interaction with this humanoid. So he's not his usual self. And you'll notice that as he's tying, the scalp remains to his waist, his girdle.
Jesus Christ.
And he'll land down on the ground right next to the goblinoid in front of Petrichor.
Petrichor is like pushing you back to get keep you a decent distance away from this goblin.
I'm gonna say that Barrow is currently just ears perked up, trying to see if there's any sounds that he reckon that may hint to anything approaching after the whole screaming of the poor thing.
You can make a perception check, but I'm going to give you disadvantage as they're still screaming.
It's muffled.
Yeah, but it's still not quiet. At the very least, it's distracting.
In that case, guidance.
Fair.
That is a total of 19.
19. So you're listening intently and you're doing your best to push past the distractions that are in your immediate area. And you do so. However, at this point, it doesn't seem like there's anything that's too interested in at least coming towards you at this point.
Okay. Of the sounds that I do hear, regardless of them being interested in coming over, are there any sounds that stand out? That I would
No,
recognize?
it's just just the breeze in the trees. Distant sounds every now and then of animals, and then the ever constant rumbling of thunder behind you.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think Barrow for now is just going to keep an eye on the situation with Petrichor and Clucky and the poor goblin.
And I.
Jesus Christ. I'm just trying to calm this goblin down and tend to his gaping wound.
Gaping wound. He's just missing a scalp. It's not gaping.
Just missing a scalp?
Tarzan, have you seen Inglourious Bastards?
Oh, yes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. You know it's not fun to not have a scalp.
Mm-hmm.
So, Petrichor, I will have you... We're just going to call it a medicine check at this point, because you can't really persuade somebody to,
That's
hey,
right.
can you stop being super in pain?
Yes, he scalped someone.
He absolutely scalped someone.
It's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. With a dirty 20, he's, losing his mind. It takes a moment, but you do kind of get him to focus on you for a bit, telling him to calm down. It's going to be okay, whole 9 yards. He's not 100% okay with the situation, and he's obviously still in pain, but it has gone from screaming to quick, heavy breathing and the occasional groan through gritted teeth.
Petrichor doesn't know how to ask questions effectively, so they're not going to be. But just they're trying to keep him focused on them and not on Clucky, and keeping Clucky at a distance as best as they can.
If I recall correctly, we got the basic gist of what we needed from him. That the artifact is with
from
Chieftain.
the hobgoblin told us, well, via interesting questioning, it's with the chieftain. There is a way to get in and out without being harmed. We just don't know what it is.
Yep.
That's basically everything, because the other 2 or 3 questions was just whether or not they were from that city.
Clucky, maintaining his distance, but calls out to the goblinoid. Where is the secret entry point that you spoke of? Tell me,
To be
or
fair,
I'll rip off your limb.
There was no secret entry point talked about, but all right.
Well, the easy route. Might as well be secret.
Well, you said secret entrance, so through gritted teeth, you're just going to hear. There's no secret.
I think he means just a way to get into town and out of town without, like, being attacked or anything. I think that's what he means.
In chains.
Without. Not chains, just in and out. Peacefully. Conversation.
You're welcome to try. But if this is how you treat your prisoners, I don't see that conversation going well.
Normally we don't, but he's not being himself. And it's like wrapping a little more gauze around his head.
I think it's time to take an ear.
Borrow is just going to speak out matter-of-factly. Not all of us need to be in chains, I suppose.
Put Clucky in chains.
Good luck. You got that dwarven belt on now. 23 strength, whichever.
Oh my God.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Luazoo. Clucky's gonna make a grinding sound with one of his hand axes against the blade of his against the blade of the battle axe. Just get that hissing ring to reach over to the goblin, try and freak him out a little bit. Like, better start telling us some shit that we need to know.
Calm this bitch down, sir.
Lucky roll intimidation.
Can I roll a counter persuasion?
Sure.
So this is the time
We'll
that
see how this
Clucky
all
is now
goes.
going to lose his fucking noggin. Like,
Absolutely it is.
That's going to be a 14.
Okay.
9 plus 5.
Oh, I absolutely beat him. That's a... Math is hard. 17.
The hobgoblin, laying down, stares daggers at Clucky and looks like they're about to say something before Petrichor catches their eye, and they kind of like take a step back, shake their head. You need to leash your pet.
He's not exactly a pet, and even if we tried, he might not like that very much. Clucky, would you be willing to, like, be in ropes for a little bit?
oh God.
Borrow is going to step forward and say, I'll do it.
Yeah, but Clucky's the one that scalped him.
Yeah. And also Clucky is the one who seems to be the most volatile around these creatures. So I do not know that he would be the wisest choice to have him walk through the front door surrounded by all of them.
No, that's fair. We don't all have to go either.
Besides, Clucky has wings. He can fly. He can see from above. And the rest of you can also follow.
Xanthi's just mumbling as she's dry heaving. She's not having a good time.
Petrichor will look back at the goblin and just say, if me and Borrow were to be the ones to go in with you, Could we talk to the chieftain?
I guess that's the answer. That's what I have to say about that, said the goblin. Goblin is like,
Sorry.
no.
I definitely jumped.
That was good. You're muted. Oh, he's talking. Sorry.
There we go.
The heat is oppressive, and we tried to prop up a fan, and it didn't agree. So anyway, this individual tries to consider what you have questioned him with.
You better consider some more. Bro. You consider some more.
This doesn't happen like ever in this.
It's one of those nights, guys.
It's one of those nights.
Thank you for the follow. You came on the right day.
Clark is just shaking up the foundation of the world at this point.
That's why I have mine on a tripod set up instead of clipped to my computer.
Oh, good shit. And a word from our sponsors. Just kidding, we don't have any.
Apologies.
Meaning, if you would
Sorry,
like
guys,
to
we
sponsor
have-
us,
Could we get a sponsor from, like, I don't know, an air conditioning company, maybe? My partner is currently taping this fan to the back of my monitor.
I can hear the tape. I can hear it.
That's brilliant.
In the meantime, tired of having fans just saying, fuck it, I'm out? Get tape.
Don't be the
Fuck this
fan that
shit,
says,
I'm
fuck
out.
it, I'm out. Subscribe to 2 Diced Adventures today.
Yeah. And remember, when in doubt, tape your fan.
Be a fan that doesn't let me down.
Tape your fan and tip your creators.
Never gonna give you up. Never
Well,
gonna
how did
let
we get
you
there?
down.
We're hoping that that's the official song for the stream.
We cannot see any more of that, otherwise we will get demonetized. Copyright.
All right. So,
Right.
as I was saying, this individual thinks for a moment and says, I suppose that would give you better chances than just walking in.
Because he could be our lookout, pointing to Clucky. She's kind of out of it. So she might stay on the outskirts. You're ranged anyway, right? Xanther. Taylor.
Pick the right time to pick her to talk.
I'm sorry, I'm chewing my taco. What did you ask?
We are all professionals here.
We are professionals. Petrichor
I'm
kind of
hungry.
looked over. Petrichor kind of looked over to you
Okay.
and said, "You're ranged, right?"
Xanthi just like lifts her head, and she like is actively avoiding looking at this goblin, even with his head bandaged up. And she's just like, "Yeah, I can set the whole place on fire from about 60 feet away."
See, and Crow is also ranged. He has a longer range than you do, and Caliban kind of is our backup support, anyways. So, you know, you could
That
work.
reminds me. As this is going on, Caliban kind of like gestures to the whole situation, goes, right, I'll let you figure all this out. I'm going to make sure that there's no more of them in the area. And ventures off into the woods.
Scouting. I like it.
I'm going to say that Barra is going to walk toward the goblinoid, and he's just going to crouch in front of them. You see, we only seek to obtain what we need to continue our journey. And despite the actions of my friend here, I have no interest in harming you or your people. So, we will do this. You will help us get in and out, and that will prevent my friend here and the rest of them to potentially affect your village and hurt your people in ways that may be perhaps irreversible.
I'm
Would
not a
you-
hurler. I'm a healer.
Would you like to help me ensure that this situation happens without further bloodshed?
A low chuckle begins, still through pained, gritted teeth. Village? It is a fortress. You will not be negotiated with bakers and cobblers and stable boys. There is an army on that shore.
Well, we figured since that's what we were told beforehand, that's kind of what we knew we were getting ourselves into.
You know nothing.
Well,
I know more than you think I do.
I know what the sound of what bone sounds like when they're being broken.
Clucky!
How about... I want to break his kneecaps.
No! We need him.
tell me, what do you think you know about your current situation and how best to solve it for yourself?
I have already served my purpose.
Which was?
If I die here, then so be it. I am a scout. We were a hunting party. And if I don't come back, then they know something is out here.
You see, you won't die here. I can make sure that doesn't happen. But I can't guarantee you won't be in a lot of pain, because I can only tell Clucky to stay put so long. But I can guarantee you won't die.
The bird thinks himself so powerful and terrifying. Like I don't know the sounds of bones cracking.
What about the sounds of hands shaking? And then Bara just switches his staff and offers his hand.
You'd do better to negotiate with the local wildlife.
Well, since you technically live here and you aren't really human, you are technically part of the wildlife.
Wow.
AJ, it's 2023.
Goblinoids are people too.
Your point? Your point?
Oh my. That took a turn. Anyway.
So do you truly do not care whether you live or die? And Bara's going to be very attentive at listening, not just what it said, but any hints of deception that may be in the response.
Ooh.
Make an insight check.
Guidance.
God,
Guy dance.
that'll be 25, good sir.
Not that you can see it, but he looks you in your eyes. It would be an honor to go to the endless battlefield for the rest of time.
Xanthi's just gonna sit up
While
and she's just gonna turn and kind of like. Sorry. Go ahead.
while with your 25 insight, he 100% believes that this is what will happen, and he has accepted that and welcomes it. However, there is that tiny little bit of fear of actually dying.
Xanthi will take the time. She's gonna kind of be looking past this goblin, and she's gonna be like, "How are you gonna fight on the forever battlefield if that chicken rips all your limbs off?" And she's gonna go back to puking.
Blaro is going to have his head tilted slightly while listening to the response, and he catches the whiff of that little fear. Huh. I suppose it is good to have certainty in times that feel like they might be our last. Yeah? However, have you ever wondered, what if, when the time comes to go into that battlefield, you find yourself in nothing but a barren land of nothingness? Wouldn't you have wanted to perhaps have yet another day under the sun?
Make an intimidation check.
Guidance.
Guidance.
I am giving you a point of inspiration if you don't
Can
have
you
one
get
already.
double guidance and then like?
No, they don't stack.
Doesn't stack.
I wish they did.
If you don't have inspiration, you have it now because you have asked a
Like
character
five,
that I am playing
guidances.
real life.
So what did you say, Matt?
You have, if you don't have inspiration, you have it now because you have asked a character that I am controlling one of my real life fears.
Yeah, it wasn't. That was like a 14.
Okay. With your passive insight, you know that you have gotten to him. However, his response is still, do what you will.
All right, I'm turning him to a 3 and flaying him.
No,
Wait.
you're not touching him.
I can set him on fire.
No.
He doesn't
No.
need to go out like a warrior. He needs
I
to
mean,
die.
I could shoot him. It'd be a lot quicker than anything else that anybody else has brought up.
We're not killing him. How many times do I
half
say
his
that?
face is already gone from Clucky scalping him. Might as
We're
well just
not
shoot him in the head
killing
and finish
him.
it off.
We're not killing him.
Well, you all heard him. He clearly has no fear. And then Barrow just leans really close to his face. Clucky, I suppose we can give our friend a good last look of the world before he decides to meet that wonderful place that he is so happy about. So please, just following my lead without doing anything further, would you please take them up? And once I say, you can drop them. And then Barrow just stands up, tilts toward the goblin. I really hope that you are right about your infinite battlefield. Otherwise, this flight is going to be your last one.
You hear Xanthi just
Without-
laughing maniacally after hearing Barrow say that because she's just like,
With-
man, the blind man has lost his shit. You're
Cold-blooded.
fucked, dude.
Cold-blooded.
Mr. Core
Without ha-
stands up and walks to the nearest tree to sit behind it.
Without hesitation, Clucky
You shall
beats his
hesitate.
wings. Oh,
Because I need a. Okay, I know how this is probably. I need a roll from Petrichor. And it is your choice of athletics or acrobatics.
Oh boy.
oh
Neither of them are
no!
good.
Oh no! Why not
No!
go to the tree?
This bastard.
That's a natural one.
What's your total?
The total is a 3.
Did he roll low too? He rolled low too.
He rolled low. Not that low. In a quick moment, as Petrichor turns, this hobgoblin scrambles to their feet and grabs Petrichor from behind, drawing a dagger from their boot.
That's
Question:
different.
Considering the fact that the goblin is there, Petrichor was there, and I was there, I have interception.
This isn't an attack roll.
Hold on.
Okay,
Interesting
fine.
things might happen.
Interceptions only works if they're.
I know. It's still, it's kind of silly. If I can stop an attack with interception, why wouldn't I be able to stop someone from getting grabbed?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Close quarters, baby.
Oof. Cool. Continue.
Okay.
This hobgoblin looks at the rest of you. Dagger pointed at Petrichor's chest. I'm going to start walking. And after 300 feet, this one can walk back.
If you move, I'm gonna set you on fire right here and right now, and I can tell you the baby's gonna be fine.
Hold on.
You see Borrow becoming incredibly still as soon as he senses this thing grab Petrichor. And he's standing with his back, like semi-back toward to it. You will let the child go, and you will truly learn what happens when a monk loses his ability for diplomacy.
As all of this is happening, those who can see and even Borrow can sense these waves of fear as in a blink of an eye. It doesn't look like Petrichor anymore. And Riley looks like she's hyperventilating.
This hobgoblin says, I already said I would let them go. After I am gone.
I'm not letting that child out of my presence and my senses. You want to take
Hey,
someone,
do we
you're
have a
welcome to
bonfire
take me.
going?
No.
You were
We
walking.
This
don't
isn't
have
a
a
camp.
bonfire going?
You guys were cleaning up after a fight.
You wish to take someone, you take me. You attempt to take the child, this ends here. For you.
The kind is not to be trusted.
I'd say that you can make a persuasion check, but it can be it would be at disadvantage as this creature is hostile.
You said persuasion at disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
I'll cast guidance as well, of course. Does guidance work with disadvantage? So I just give it to the lowest number?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what, 10?
It's a 10.
Yeah.
This is what everyone witnesses for the moment. Starting with Riley trying to make a break for it, and this goblin yanking them back. And then Strained, it says, "You already threatened to drop me out of the sky. I don't trust anything you're going to say."
When I tell you that if you take that child, that will be the last thing you attempt to do, you better trust that. Barrow is going to how far is he from me right now? Are they from me?
Honestly, they're probably still within 5 feet.
Okay. So in that case, Barrow is just going to stand there as his body is squaring off. And I'm not going to ask again.
I'd
listen to him because if he's neither is Borrow.
Still holding Riley, this creature takes a step back.
I would like to attempt to, as he takes a step back, I want to keep within the 5 feet, and I want to attempt to actually thrust the staff to strike him on the forehead, basically a thrust with its staff.
You may roll to hit. Its AC is increasing because it has half cover for a meat shield.
Guidance.
We're about the same height too, if you think about it.
He's a hobgoblin. They're taller.
No, he's a goblin. The
No, he's a
hobgoblin is dead. Oh, is he? I thought
Yeah.
he was just.
You
a
had
goblin.
1 bugbear and I think 4 hobgoblins.
I'm using my inspiration.
I would say, as Barrow makes this strike, Clucky would have taken flight as well.
There's a total of 19.
That is going to hit.
And I'm going to spend Stunning Strike for that.
Ooh.
Okay.
Saucy.
Give me some damage first.
7 points of damage.
Noted.
And it needs to make a con saving throw.
Quickly, Riley,
Bring up
cast
hobgoblin
Bane.
hobgoblin stats again.
Was that?
I
Goblin
have to
stat.
look up hobgoblin stats
Ah.
again. Excuse me.
Man, how many rolls are you making?
That's a scary sound. What the fuck?
All right. As this hobgoblin takes a step back, everything almost seems to slow down as you thrust your staff forward, and it makes contact right between this thing's eyes. Its eyes close, it reaches its head back. And then I must ask, how do you want to do this, Petrichor?
Ooh.
What?
Or sorry, Riley.
As Riley sees Barrow moving to stay in range and goes to hit him in the head, they slide their arm down at the momentary distraction to grab the dagger, twist around in his arm, and just stab it into his shoulder.
Ooh.
Riley aims for shoulder and hits heart.
Ooh.
As the force takes this thing backwards, it falls flat on its back, and Riley is on top of it. And a few seconds later, it stops moving.
Riley just scampers back, leaving the dagger to the closest rock or tree or something, and is visibly shaking.
Barrow's gonna immediately rush to Riley, attempting to just hold him and just, Riley, oh, you're right. It's all right. It's all right. It's over right now.
Xanthe will go ahead and start moving the body so Riley doesn't have to look at it.
Clucky already landed on the body. Is already landing on the body, dragging it up into the sky.
Xanthe's then just gonna watch, just being like, that fucking crazy ass chicken.
Yeah, Clucky's gonna fly off a good distance, and then he's just gonna lob the body off into the deep into the forest.
Riley's just shaking, looks very disoriented, isn't being able to focus on anything, and it's very sharp, shallow breaths.
Barrow is going to attempt to hold her close, like just pull them in, if allowed, and just really like hold them tight. Trying to breathe and make his breathing more deliberate and slow, hoping that it'll invite the breathing of Riley to also like match his. Just he'll stay there as long as he has to.
At first, they don't seem to realize that it's you, and so they try to fight you off before really being able to focus and see who you are. And even though they don't do physical contact, they just don't care in this moment.
It's all right, little one. You're safe now. You're safe.
What was happening? I don't...
Well, we are facing a lot of trolls, are we not?
I didn't think I'd have to be in that situation again.
I'm sorry that you had to. But we got you out of it, did we not?
They just nod and are just kind of there.
Hey.
Clucky at this time would land by Barrow and Petrichor. These kinds are not to be trusted. They're vicious, untrustworthy creatures.
When you land, you can visibly see Riley flinch.
It's okay. The body's been dealt with. He's not going to hurt you anymore.
Xanthi, I would say, is probably going to just slowly walk over. She's going to gently reach out and just place her hand on Riley's head. And she's just going to look at them and just be like, I know it ain't easy. And this going on this kind of adventure with us is hard. But I'm telling you right now, you did good, kid. You did real good. I'm proud of you.
They tried to smile, and it just doesn't really work very well.
Xanthi just chuckles and she's just like, I understand. And know that you're never really the same after your first kill like that, but you'll get through it.
It's not my first.
Oh, I know. But I feel like it was, I forgot. Didn't they finish off?
Yeah.
Petrichor's first kill was a while ago, but this is not Riley's first kill.
What was Riley's first kill? I can't remember.
Not while with you people.
Oh, shit.
It's a mad world.
So
they were in post-apocalyptic America.
Yeah, I guess after hearing that, Xanthi, she just kind of stays silent and she just pats their head gently, and they're just like, we'll keep an out for you, and we'll protect you just like we protect each other. You're a part of this family. And with that, she's gonna go back over and try to like recontain herself, still not feeling the best.
We should keep moving. Like the Goblinoid said, he's a scouting party. There's bound to be more on the way. We remain here.
Yes. Finding the way in now is going to perhaps be a little more difficult. Oh, Riley. Perhaps we should check on your little friend. Make sure they are safe.
What little friend?
Do I have the little lizard pet still on me?
You still have it.
If able, I would like to attempt to just like put my hand to see if it'll like move and then just sort of show it, or at least just point it out for Riley to see.
I thought that Riley was the one who...
Riley did, but Riley's just been through a very traumatic experience that they don't want to be back into.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So Bara's going to have a moment of
like, oh, I got a pet like 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bara's going to have that moment of he's just going to move to the shoulder where the little gecko is and sort of leaning close to them.
What in the blazes is that? Is that a fucking meal?
No.
It's not a pocket.
And they just kind of smile a little and do that little kid giggle when like animals are around and they're being able to interact with it. And if it like climbs onto their shoulder, just kind of like that little shrug of not knowing what the heck to do with this thing.
Absolutely. It's that, moment where it climbs up one arm and you get the little sticky feeling from its little gecko digits. And when it gets over around to the other side, once again, it just kind of looks up at you and does the thing where it licks its own eyeball.
Oh, that is one ugly bastard.
You'll keep him safe, yes?
I think it's kind of cute.
Just like we will keep you safe.
This meat's probably a little gamey. Probably not all that tasty. But it could keep us fed for quite.
Of snake meat that you brought back that we need to eat before we decide to eat anything else.
I believe for now we must continue on.
In other words, Xanthi said, we have food at home.
Yes,
yeah, pretty much.
Well, considering like literally Clucky has brought back, so I think like almost like what, a dinosaur.
There was a dinosaur, a snake.
It was like a 20.
Yeah,
it's a 20 foot long snake. Is that right?
Something like that. It was huge, like the D&D classification, huge.
Clucky likes to collect not only weapons but meat sacks as well.
I don't like how you said that.
Let's not say that again. Let's move on.
No, thank you.
We're continuing on the journey and the quest.
You're learning Clucky lingo.
So, you journey forth again. It is getting into late evening now. And you are still a bit of a ways away from this encampment. Are you just trying to press right on through?
Not with Riley's complaining. Absolutely not.
I would say Clucky would lead them off away from the trail that the scouting party was originally on, because that would be the most obvious route that a secondary scouting party would travel. Probably towards higher ground to get an overlook on the fortification.
Barrow would probably suggest and ask of Glucky while he's flying to, sensing that it is getting to nighttime, to see if Glucky can potentially find a location that we could use to rest should the need arise.
But yeah, looking for high ground.
When the need arises. You have a 10-year-old child, people.
No, that's
Remember
it.
that.
We're staying awake all the way till the end, to the 12th dimension.
Nah.
I could totally go for a long rest though, because Xanthi did not get a long rest last time.
I'm just picturing Riley like that scene in Up where Russell is walking behind, just going, "I'm tired.
100%.
Listen, I already rigged. I have my
That doesn't matter.
My baby wrap thing on the back at least.
Sure, they won't complain
Bjorn.
about their feet hurting, but they're gonna complain about everything else.
I'll knock them out. I
I'm
don't care.
bored. It's cold. Why is there noises everywhere?
Literally with the bow staff just going clunk, and then off to sleep they go.
It's like
No, they would. They're not.
giving them NyQuil. Jesus
Riley
Christ.
isn't that version of annoying. Riley's the version of annoying where if anyone starts a conversation, it's just the why.
The why
Why?
questions.
Why?
Borrow parenting 101. That's what the staff is for.
No,
So
Don't
it's
you
a
know pressure
switch.
points?
with my
Come on.
acrobatics, catch me first.
Borrow just
Vulcan
Like,
grip of
there,
death.
it's all gonna be done soon.
Oh boy, y'all are too much.
Honestly, that
So-
would totally come in handy when Xanthi loses her shit. Just
It's true.
That is called stunning strike. I'm just saying. So,
Nice.
if Clucky is scouting out some new area, I will have Clucky make 2 rolls for me. The first being
Okay.
a perception check, and the second being a D100 roll.
Ooh.
those 100 rolls make me so scared.
Here we go.
You should be.
He's never using the same table either, so we don't know what it means.
Oh, no, we're using the same table.
Are
Can
you?
the perception
Mhm.
check
I don't
be at
trust you.
advantage since I'm elevated?
No, it's getting dark.
It's a fucking 8.
No.
Passive is 15 though.
Well, this isn't a passive thing you're doing, is it?
No.
Oh, we're gonna
gonna be a
die.
It's because
You know
he's
that-
manic, you guys.
You ever
It's
seen
because
those
he's manic.
those movies where people like go into a cave for safety and then the cave closes its jaws?
Yep.
We're about to do that.
Them Texas
It's an
So
bones.
then
Alaskan. Yeah, the Alaskan.
Then the-
balloon.
The 100 is a 16.
16.
Interesting.
That's. I don't know if that's bad or if that's good.
We have no idea.
D100 rolls are always scary because it doesn't matter how big the number is. You can
Nope.
get showy.
Clucky,
Yes.
you find a nice bit of a spot to lay down for camp. And, looks nice and flat. You're kind of looking at it through the trees. And like I said, it's getting dark. It's not quite dark yet, but it's getting dark. But you're looking at it, you're like, this definitely, this is the spot. And you fly down to get a better look, and you punch through the trees and do the superhero landing on the ground. And when you lift your head up, right in front of your face Is
Lay it
one
on
of those bovine creatures you saw before just munching on grass? Just right in your face.
Uh,
Oh God. Oh God. I did not like that response.
how far behind is the party?
A ways. Not like super forever, but yeah.
And he's not seeming antagonistic at all. He just notices me.
It's a cow, bro. It's
It-
literally a
just-
cow.
You just landed right in front of it, and the vibe that you're getting is just like, whatever, man. I want grass.
And Clucky starts bashing his head in. Jesus.
No, there would be a level of familiarity with this type of creature growing up on a farm. I would say Clucky would probably try to attempt to pat it on the head.
Maybe animal handling.
Which he's surprisingly good at. Hopefully. It's going to be a 14.
You put your hand out right between where the horns go, and you give it nice little pets. And after a little bit, it just bends down, gets another mouthful of grass, and kind of like turns to the side and keeps munching.
All right. After that little interaction, Clucky turns towards the direction of the party. How was Clucky able to get eyes on our destination at all on the way up?
Well, I mean, every time that you've flown, you've seen it, and you've gotten closer and closer. Again, it's getting dark, but
Yeah.
you know that like you could make it there flying a little quicker, but probably in like 2-ish hours. Again, quicker for flying, maybe like hour and a half-ish.
All right. Well, Clucky's just going to orientate the camp towards the direction of the where they're going. But for now, he's just going to find a dry spot, where there's like a bare patch of dirt, no surrounding grass around the area. Start digging up a little small underground fire pit.
Okay.
Using the club because he's stubborn.
Well, we'll see how good you do. This isn't pass fail, unless you get a natural one. Give me a survival check.
16 plus 5. 21.
You're using a club, but you're breaking through this earth pretty easily to get the pit dug to the right depth.
With this newfound strength that he's got from this belt.
You lay down your kindling, you lay down your little logs, you lay down your bigger logs. You got it nice and ready to go.
Yeah. So basically, Clucky's building a stealth fire. So what he's doing after he digs it deep enough, he's going to grab some filtration debris, which is like branches with leaves on it still and whatnot, and drape it over a portion of the fire pit, so that way it filters through it and disperses the smoke evenly, so it's harder to spot from a distance.
Noted. If anything is trying to spot you or has the chance to spot you guys, I will give them disadvantage.
Cool. All right. Once he's able to tell that the party's close, he's gonna draw their attention towards his spot and point out the big cow. Like, hey, I made a friend.
Party. Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to say that if Clucky does say that, he will potentially attempt to walk closer to the creature and attempt to bring Riley as well for them to like look at it if it's safe, if it deems it safe.
So Clucky's words would be, "Oh, yeah, I found a cow. He's my friend."
Lucky
had-
Riley is just wide-eyed looking at this. That's not a cow, and will like start going on a little like rant about what kind of dinosaur this is, why they think they're cool.
Actually, this is not a dinosaur.
Whatever creature this is.
Surprise! That's a mystery creature.
If similar to something that Riley would
It's a
know.
Muppet.
Most closely, it like Riley looking at this, you're like, I see why they're calling it a cow, but this isn't like any cow I've ever seen in a book, or if perchance Riley ever caught one in in Western New York, which is definitely possible. I do refer to this area as Nashville, New York. So, but to the rest of you guys, I'll let anybody give me a nature check as to figure out what type of bovine creature this is.
I will have the monk not do it, because
Can I have Petrichor do it with disadvantage to try to like give Riley information from the back of their mind?
Sure.
I don't know why I rolled, because Clucky doesn't know what the fuck this is, but
I'm just
I
gonna
rolled
roll
Nature?
for
natural 20.
Nature.
That's also a natural 20, but I don't have any pluses.
I have a straight 18.
So, everybody did well, right?
Borrow
Except
didn't
for
roll.
Borrow, because he didn't roll. Because he's lame.
It's not like he can see
yeah.
the creature.
It's
Well, I
fine.
mean-
The child is ranting about it. He'll get the information one way or another.
To Xanthe, you've probably seen these before, but it would have been rare. Clucky, you've heard of them in your line of work, but never seen one in person, or in chicken, if you will. And Riley, you get the message from Petrichor that this is like a cow, but it is actually called an auroch.
Auroch.
Moo.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever Petrichor kind of pings to the forefront of Riley's mind, Riley will just kind of like make a comparison to the creature that like Riley knows as closest as, compared to what Petrichor is kind of giving them information on.
I will say.
So,
Sorry, go ahead.
really quick, basically, what you from the fantasy worlds would know is that they are still bovine in nature, so they are like cousins to cows, but they are large and they have a particularly thick hide as in relation to cows, and very large horns. They are often domesticated by orcish tribes because they are like a hardier cow. They tend to thrive better out in the wild.
Should we be worried that this is somehow like a domesticated? Like, does this species seem like it's domesticated and owned by any creatures?
This particular one, no. There's
no
no
branding, nothing like that.
no. It is
Riley
just
is 100% trying
chilling.
to grab one of the horns.
Dang, these things are huge.
I'm going to say that Borrow is going to attempt to gently keep Riley from doing that.
Yeah, these are big boys. Like this guy, they are bigger than Clucky.
I would say Xanthe would probably reach out to try and pet it.
Everybody
the child gets told no, but the adult can do it.
That moment when the party gets TPK'd by a cow.
A cow.
Shall I roll for animal handling?
Oh my! Oh, okay. That's
if anybody wants to, it's not
I'm
really.
gonna do it with.
Kind
I'm
of
gonna do it.
natural 20 plus 2 for a
I'm gonna say-
22.
No disadvantage because Barrow's trying to keep me away.
The bar is going to actually attempt to just pick up Riley and just sort of like put them on him. So they probably have a better height near the face, but it's also going to be that. Remember, Riley, just be gentle. Do not want to disturb them.
Like I said, Matt, I rolled a nat 20 on the animal handling +2 for a 22.
Yes, you did.
Yay, I get to pet a cow!
If I was able to pet it at 14, I think you're fine at 22.
Well, then it might be a problem because that's a 7.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Guidance.
Riley just sticks her hand in its eye.
Oh yeah, guidance is a thing. Hold on, can I add guidance?
And help action.
You're not helping.
What do you mean? I literally have Riley on my shoulders.
He literally put Riley on his shoulders so that it's closer to the face and not on the ground.
Oh! I thought that this whole thing Riley was rolling with disadvantage because Barrow was trying to stop.
I did a straight roll because Barrow was trying to.
What are we going to do with this creature anyways?
They can get some milk from it, I believe, or I can kill it and we can have some beef in the morning.
Clucky, it has horns. I'm pretty sure if it has horns, it's a boy. You can try to milk it, but you're not going to get what you want out of it.
Will you allow me the advantage from a help action?
Would you try to milk it?
Advantage and your guidance and all the things.
15.
15.
Cows naturally have horns.
Everybody pets the and it is having a very good time. Although I will say that as the petting is happening, it does nuzzle back into Xanthi. That is your prize for a nat 20 on your roll to pet.
Xanthi
Riley tries to jump off of Barrow's shoulders to hang from the horns and probably gets caught mid-jump.
Or doesn't. Or
doesn't, you know.
Athletics. Xanthi's just gonna be like, being like, who's a good cow? Like, or what are they called again?
Auroch.
Auroch?
I will type.
AUCHORC.
It's just gonna be like scritching
double
it.
the letters.
Like, who's a good Auroch? And just like giving it scritches.
It's loving this.
Yeah.
It's never experienced this. It is a happy cow.
Can we try to
Happy
see
cows come from the 6th dimension.
Can we? So by chance, could we use this thing as a mount if it would let us?
I was just gonna say I want to see if it'll let Riley ride on its back.
Not anything, but if we had Isaac here, he'd be attempting to make the dinosaur learn to ride.
Oh shit! That might be a factor.
He would try to.
This creature is larger than Opal is. Just saying. It is a large size creature. In the stat blocks, they always put the alignment for everything, and for something like this, they just put unaligned, and I'm like, of course it's not.
Whatever, whether you pet him or you piss him off.
Yeah, really.
How is it responding to a Deinonychus being near it?
That's true.
Opal is very well behaved.
His name is Henry.
Princess.
I'm naming him Henry. His name is Henry now.
His name is Henry? Okay.
His name is Henry.
Who's your good
I'm making it canon. I
don't care.
I don't care. His name is Henry.
Henry Rita?
We're just starting a fucking animal farm here. We started with a chicken.
I'm gonna remind everybody that we are approaching a fortress of goblins.
Yep, we do.
The sun is coming down, and we're in enemy territory.
Hey, Victor, but we have a cow.
It's Animal Crossing.
We are by a cow. We're next to a cow.
Contrary to popular belief, Animal Crossing has nothing to do with having animals.
Actually, yes, it does, because all the villagers are animals.
Okay.
Okay, but now you're making
We
it
will
sound like
do,
slavery.
Animal
technically
Crossing session
is.
one day. For now, we
Or
are
Harvest
next to
Moon.
the
There we
cow.
go. Harvest Moon, but D&D.
Fair.
Okay, I
So,
love me some fucking Harvest Moon.
I have no idea what that is.
You all make your little camp. You all make your big friend. And are we just taking a nice little nap?
Can we please take a long rest? Because I really need it.
Clucky, obviously not really feeling all that well secured, given the fact that we are in goblinoid territory. So he is going to be on high alert, on watch. Gonna pass out rations to the party, make sure everybody eats, and yeah, he's gonna go on patrol.
Once camp is set up, Xanthi is passed the fuck out.
I was gonna say Riley probably passes out before camp is fully set up.
We're gonna say that Boris is going to also be alert along with Clucky with using his tremor sense from time to time, just as a way to keep the vibrations and the surroundings as visible to him as possible.
So
we get a long rest, Mr. DM.
Lucky and Borrow maintain vigilance. Crow as well. Riley and Xanthi begin the cuddle pile.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Does the Orok join the party?
It's in the area, and like if you lead it around, it's gonna follow you because like there's still grass everywhere. It's not domesticated by any means, so like it's gonna just start walking on occasion. It's gonna do what it's gonna do, and unless somebody is taking the time to make sure it stays in camp, it's just gonna wander.
Fair.
And it is at this point, before everybody fully goes down, that I'm just going to remind everyone Caliban never came back.
Mm-hmm. I did.
We'll
pick
see
up
you all
on
after
that.
break.
What? So, do we get a long rest?
Hello and welcome back. While you were gone, apparently the big news of the hour is everybody trying to name all of the nice little new friends that we've collected along the way.
Not canon.
So,
It's okay.
not-
We're figured out. It's
No,
canon now. Don't worry about it.
Not
Let's
canon.
move on.
You can't
well,
make me.
hang on. I'm
You
just
can't make
saying.
me.
I'm just saying. There's, Opal has already been named. That's the Deinonychus. There's the little guy who hasn't been named, and now there's Henry the Auroch.
Yeah, those are just our friendly names. With the official names,
You can't make me.
There's also potentially 2 more Deinonychus, but I'm waiting for Isaac to roll things for that when he comes back. So I'm just going to throw it out there because coming back from break is when I normally pitch the other social medias. Go on all of our social medias or in the comments here and put suggestions for names for all these pets. And it's only going to count if you actually follow us on the thing that you're commenting on. So, yeah, go and do that.
The one
Leave
who
it
shall
on
not be named.
a TikTok video. Leave it on a comment in here. We have Facebook, Instagram. We have the ones that are on fire right now. Personally, I'm on some of the lesser known ones now. So, I mean, you can just search me anywhere and I'll count it because we don't have a TBD account for those yet. But yeah, go ahead. Name all the animals. Do the thing. We'll see how that goes. Because if nobody does it, then it's just up to the party and we can't trust them to make those kinds of decisions.
That's not true.
Well, compared to Borrow,
I have a list. I just haven't decided on one yet.
Wait till Clucky names something.
what, like
So-
pocket snack?
Exactly.
They're just all pocket snack. Bigger pocket snack. Little pocket snack.
Or a meat bag.
Or meat bag. So, we return. We are going down for camp this evening, and there's a giant black cat that is attacking all of you. Yeah.
He meows.
So
yes.
I would like a volunteer to roll a D100. Oh, KJ already has their hand up.
Rest, by the way.
Oh my
We're
god.
working
We're
on
gonna
it.
see. We're gonna see.
you see where
63. Would Riley
yeah.
take a watch?
what's that?
Riley or Petrichor?
No. Not alone, at least.
Probably not technically be on watch because they're the kid of the group and they should be asleep, but Riley has issues sleeping for long periods of time.
Yeah, I feel like with Crow, Clucky, and Borrow, we probably would be able to cover the shifts.
I would
Riley
say
will probably be
Xanthi would
up,
not
but-
be able to do a watch considering she got like no sleep last
Hence
time.
why I just
Yeah,
named the 3.
You're out.
Yeah, silly goof.
So then I'm going to let KJ decide whose watch it is when the thing happens. Is it going to be Clucky or Borrow?
Oh, shit.
The thing that is going to happen, but I'm putting it in your hands.
Where's my
Damn.
coin? Where's my coin?
No. No coin flips.
Damn it. Tarzan really wants it. However, I don't know if that's the safest option.
Clucky likes to kill.
I know that's the problem.
He'll be able to kill before everybody gets up. You're like, what are you guys in a rush for? I already dealt with it.
Which is the problem. I don't trust that. I don't like making decisions. This is why I have the coin. Just because I think it's a smarter decision, I'm going to say borrow.
Damn.
Borrow.
Damn.
You don't notify anyone of anything.
On the edges of the perception.
Wait, your mic is doing the thing.
Sound like a robot.
It's doing the thing. Do it again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
There
Yes,
we
we
go.
can.
All right. Thank you. On the edges of your perception while you are on watch and everybody else is, just hanging out or taking their rest, you hear some type of animal call.
Okay.
It doesn't sound aggressive or anything like that, but you know that there is something that is on the close end to camp.
Is it an actual animal call is the question.
I would like to use my tremor sense to see if there's anything that I can perceive through it.
Give it a shot. Go ahead. Make me a perception check.
Guidance. That'll be a 31.
God damn. What do you need?
Wait, no, I'm lying. No, that's true. That will be a 31.
What did you need guidance for?
Wow. There is definitely a larger creature, bipedal.
Okay.
It's
So it's on 2 legs.
normally your tremor sense and stuff we've discussed is like 60-ish feet, right? Given that you rolled so well, I'll tell you that this is probably between the like 90 to 120 feet range from you guys. It doesn't appear to be moving closer to you,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also not going away. It's just kind of along the perimeter.
Whereabouts are the cows?
Did anybody keep the cows in the camp?
Like with the tremor sense and like the expansion of the tremor sense as it travels through, would I be able to get a sense of like how far the cows are from the camp area?
They wandered away from camp probably, I'll say, like an hour ago, and they are not within your perception.
Okay. I think for now, Borrow just remains still focused on the location of this creature, and he also is going to try to keep an ear in case to see if there are any other calls responding to the call of the one that he heard.
Funny you should mention that.
I knew it.
I knew it. I knew
Your
it wasn't an actual animal call. Fuck that shit.
amazing perceptions has picked something else up. Also bipedal, and several of them moving low to the ground around this larger animal.
Like hunting.
No, it's babies.
You could guess probably like hunting.
Mhm.
Would the sounds that I heard, like the calling or the thing that I hear, would I have been able to get a sense of whether or not it was a desperate call, like a in distress?
It wasn't in distress. It wasn't a call of like, how can I put this? If anything, it was more so like an inquisitive call, like just kind of like,
Mhm.
hey, I'm here, where are you? And you didn't hear a response. It's made the call a few times. It's just, and it's also the way that it's moving. It's not like sprinting anywhere. It's
Yeah.
just kind of moving around. And as it's kind of bending low, its forelimbs touching the ground and kind of walking like that for a little bit around the base of a tree, you hear a high-pitched whistle. And then with your perception, there are several smaller sounds that you can liken to the friction of twisted hemp rubbing very quickly against itself, as this creature then begins calling out in distress.
Like a snare?
They're hunting.
Goblins.
And you, with your tremor sense, get a very impressive thud as this thing is pulled to the ground.
God damn it. So much for fucking sleep.
Borrow is going to continue to listen, keeping his perception, his awareness open to the surroundings as well. Like, as long as that is happening at that distance and there's nothing moving in this direction for now, he's keeping it, he's just staying put. But he's just sort of like, the moment that anything would be sensed either closer or moving in their direction, he probably would react.
Give me another perception check.
Guidons.
You guidance if you want to.
That'll
You
be
can
a
leave your skills
27.
behind. 27.
Mhm.
You can still hear this animal calling out in desperation, and you can hear the tightening of rope. And you can hear what you're guessing, and above the table, guessing correctly, are a hunting party of goblinoids talking to each other. Of course, in the goblin language, which you unfortunately don't know. However, nothing. There's like some orders being given for sure. There's some like shouting to each other. It's just like communication rather. And even though you can't quite tell what is going to be happening or what is happening out in the distance, you don't get closer, which I know is one of your big things. But you do hear something rolling along the ground and more pulling of rope and something heavy being dragged. And eventually, the sounds and the voices all die down. You are left with the quiet jungle yet again.
Oh God, please tell me we can fucking take a long rest.
Oh my god. Patience.
Borrow doesn't take any action on the matter. He continues his watch and his turn, keeping his ears up as usual. And whoever would, if I don't know which shift this would be, if he's the last shift or some other shift, but if somebody else has a shift after his, he would just rely to, keep the ears attentive in the eyes and everything, just in case.
We'll say this is halfway through the night, so you would be relieved by Clucky.
Got it.
So glad Clucky wasn't awake during the fucking goblin hunt. Oh my god. And I definitely wouldn't have gotten a fucking night's sleep.
I'm going to say that when Clucky Barrow wakes Clucky up, I want you to know, Clucky. Sometime before, I believe the goblins were hunting a large creature in the distance. I do not think they are a threat to us, and I want to make sure that the rest of our group rests as much as they can, as I believe we're going to need it for what comes next. So just be attentive, be alert, and if you need anything, do not face it alone.
I will stay vigilant. Nothing shall get past me.
I know you will. And he just pats his shoulder as he then moves to sit in his usual way next to Riley of Petrichor and proceeds to do his rest.
Oh, you're not joining the cuddle puddle, Barrow? Fine. See how it is.
Clucky,
That's me.
your watch is uneventful.
Oh.
Morning comes, and everybody is long rested except for Xanthi.
What?
You had nightmares the whole time.
Actually, do I need a roll for that?
It's a new day. You do have to roll.
I know for my sobriety, but what was the last, like, why couldn't I sleep last time? I can't remember.
You just forgot to hit the button.
No, never mind. Okay, all right. I got a long rest.
So your sobriety roll, a d20 plus or minus up to 3 in either direction based on the events of yesterday.
That's a 6.
Clucky trauma.
You know what?
It's a 6.
I will retroactively give you advantage because you've been hopped up on Caliban's tea.
Oh.
Get that shit roll out of the way.
It's a 13.
That's better. I believe that your DC has been down to 20 though.
Jesus Christ.
So you're not having a good time. But you're long rested.
Xanthi wakes up and goes and pukes again, but instead of like, it's not like there's nothing left in her stomach. It's just she is like dry heaving and it's just bile at this
The
point.
worst. It's the worst.
No, Clucky gave you a ration last night to eat.
Did she eat the ration?
Yeah, I'm like, just because you gave it to her doesn't mean she ate it.
Well, you should. Oh yeah, by the way, good morning, you fuckers.
Xanthi again said, "Oh my fucking god! You actually no, you have a shoe flying at you, Clucky. You have a shoe flying at you."
Riley just rolls over and like
Wait, I will roll
covers
to
her,
hit,
her head.
actually. That is a freaking 18 to hit. I think.
It's fucking gotta be 15. You beat it. You're crazy, lass.
You got bonked in the head by a shoe.
Roll 1d4 and add your strength modifier.
And I'm like,
Minus
it's
a nice
3.
weapon hit.
more of a boot than a shoe.
Yeah, I guess she mainly has boots, so yeah. You have
Still
a boot.
D4.
Based on any art I've ever done, it's a boot.
Still D4.
Wait, I need
What?
to roll a d4?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Roll for
And
damage.
add your strength, and in your case, subtract your strength.
Sir,
Okay, my strength is +1. Asshole. That would be a 4 + 1 for 5 points of damage.
You get bricked for 5 points of damage, Clucky.
starting off great.
And now the party wants a long rest again.
Clucky's fine.
Riley is not wanting to wake up. They just rolled over and are covering her eyes from the sun.
I would say Xanthi, probably after throwing the shoe, also rolls over, and she's taken her cloak. She will cover herself and Riley as well, just to avoid the chicken in the sunlight.
It's early morning. I'm waking you up before the sun's almost up. It's
Fucking
like
It doesn't matter. Riley does not want to be awake.
It is
Neither
daybreak,
does
baby.
Here comes the clock. Do 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 do.
I mean, Barrow's awake doing his thing.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Clucky, upon waking everybody up, does his usual routine, hunting and gathering, specifically water, and because of the long travel, and small game and herbs.
All right. Roll me a survival check. And also a D100.
Yeah, buddy. It's going to be 13 and then 28.
28. So you're able to locate some water in an interesting spot. You spot some long vertical they are tree branches. They're just hanging pretty much straight down. And when you land at the bottom, you, being lucky, know enough that at a certain height along the branch, you can cut through it and water will actually drip out of the branch.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So you use that to fill up a handful. You cut a lot of branches and you fill up a handful of water skins.
Mm-hmm.
Herbs and stuff, not really. But other than that, you don't see anything.
Balls. All right.
Balls?
Clucky, unsuccessful with his hunt, returns back to the group. Is Petrichor and Xanthi still laying down?
Oh, yeah.
Xanthi's like cocooned, like with Riley in her cloak.
Barrow would have approached and just, time to get up, everyone.
Riley's not moving.
Barrow's just going to use his staff and just sort of like nudge. Just tap.
You see
Just
a
like
hand
curls
come
up
out
in a
and Xanthi
ball
just,
and
like,
just not.
swats it away.
Your little guy is crawling under your chin back and forth almost repeatedly.
Because he's hungry.
Riley's just like curling up and moving around, trying to avoid having to wake up and do anything.
So,
Um,
eventually everybody gets up,
yeah, buddy.
Hopefully.
however long that takes. What is
If-
the approach?
If they're still laying down, Clucky throws water at them.
When I said
do
eventually
you
everybody
want-
wakes up,
Do you
that
want
was me like
Trying to
fade
They
to
get
blacking that whole thing.
Because so has Clucky splashed water on Xanthi?
No.
Okay.
Joke.
No.
Okay, I was about to be like, girl's gonna wake up swinging, dude. Like,
Do we know how far we are from our destination currently?
If Clucky wanted to tell you that you guys were about 2 hours away, he could have.
So
Yes.
2 hours away from where we currently are.
Correct.
Okay.
Clucky would at this time be currently breaking down the campsite, trying to leave no trace of their presence, filling in the burn pit, as well as dispersing any compacted bedding, just to reduce their footprint in the area.
Okay.
Leave no trail, essentially.
Leave the place nicer than you found it.
I'm
So-
going to say that Bar will probably relay the information to the group once everybody is up. He would inform them that everyone should know that last night during our rest, I believe the goblins hunted down a creature. I do not know whether they killed it or not, but I do remember hearing them dragging it away. Whether the creature is awake and alive and they are using it for something or they actually eliminated it, I do not know. Nor I know what kind of creature it was, but I suppose we should be prepared.
Yeah. Clucky, once he's finished with that, yeah, he would just meet up with the group, wait for the word, and then once everybody's ready to go, he'll take flight and lead ahead, overhead, doing that fly stuff, that fly boy action. Yeah.
So, you are traveling for some time, and you know that you are getting close to this encampment. What is the approach heading towards this hostile fortress?
Set it on fire.
Once we're like really close, Clucky's going to go go to ground from there. He doesn't want to be spotted from. He doesn't want his form being discernible from a certain point. So once, I'm sure they probably seen a flying creature flying around in the sky, but they wouldn't be able to tell what it was until a certain point. So yeah, he would fly down probably an hour before getting.
Actually, hold your horses. Bar would have noticed if Caliban didn't come back during the rest.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
He did not.
God damn it.
That is correct. That is something that needs to be dealt with.
Yeah. Did we know direction through which Caliban left? Was it in the direction of the fortress? Or
All he said was that he was just going to try to go scope things out. And he kind of just sort of left, not in any particular direction towards or away from the fort.
um,
But he
I'm
never
going
caught
to
back
s-
up with you guys.
I'm going to say that Balro is probably going to, during the journey, attempt to, with his perception and his senses and tremor, to see if he can sense anything that would, that he would keep his ears open just in case he hears anything that he could potentially identify as Caliban. And then upon getting close to the fortress, he would address Crow. Crow, I believe your weapon has you're able to see with it from far away, correct? Perhaps
Yes,
you can use it to help us understand what we are facing.
I could do that. So before I have him do that, I will have you roll perception to see if you spot Caliban.
Kai dong.
I would say Clucky would probably be trying to spot out from overhead as well.
That'll be a 23.
23. You're keeping your ears open. No Caliban.
Okay.
I will roll for Crow's perception, which I do believe I still have his character sheet pinned.
Oh,
Uno momento
Por favor.
or favor.
Sí, mi amor.
I actually don't have it pinned. I am terrible.
God.
I know he's
Let's
got a
see.
high perception, that's for sure.
I got him. Wait, no. Oh shit, he doesn't have his.
No, he's not on D&D Beyond because he's playing Homebrew.
Damn.
So
Oh dear.
you see him lay on the ground with his weapon pointed out of the jungle towards the encampment. They have large timber walls, probably 20-25 feet tall. They've built some spiked fences around to, I guess, keep some of the wildlife out. There are patrols on the walls, and guards flanking the gate.
Sir DM,
Sir Monk,
if Borrow were to use his recollection of the past evening, would he make the connection that the bipedal form that he heard was actually Caliban being taken down?
Caliban is not a large-sized creature, even though he is very imposing.
I think I think of him as larger than life. I just figured I'd check.
He really is.
Yes.
He
No.
thought it was him.
For
That
a
would've
moment, I
been
just had a
great.
moment. It's like, did he say large creature or was this just me? And I was
I
like,
also said that it kind of just like moaned and called out and stuff.
I
and
don't
was
know
just
what
kind of
Caliban
poking
does
around.
when he's not being seen. I do
I
not
mean, that's
know
fair.
what the procedures
I
of
do
this-
believe that after, snares started flying, you probably would have heard, "Oh, get your bloody hands off me, you fucking
fair.
cunt!"
Disgruntled
fair.
Scottish noises.
Yeah.
Pretty much. You've made yourself an enemy for life.
All right. Carry on.
You may take the land.
So, that's pretty much the description that he gives you.
Can we have the description again?
No,
My
moving
brain
on.
isn't like,
I'm just like describing this whole castle, and you're just like playing, I Spy with my little eye, not fucking Caliban. So, Crow describes it in his own words as large 25-ish foot tall timber walls with spiked barricades around the outside. There is a sort of trail leading up to a front gate, which is very large, and there are armed guards flanking either side of this gate. He would continue on to say that beyond the compound, he can see the large masts of probably like 7 ships.
Okay, so I'm gonna need you to describe this one more time. I'm kidding.
I was about to ask if my microphone did the thing because I would have
We
been
just
very
love hearing
upset.
your voice.
I mean, that's the only reason why you guys show up on Wednesdays.
Yes. Okay. No no vantage points from where we are of potential areas of infiltration or
Not with
anything.
what he rolled.
Gotcha.
At least I don't think.
Got it.
Of course, next week he's going to tell me, well, that roll would have been a 75
Right.
because his perception bonus is stupid.
I'm assuming we don't, where we are currently located, we cannot see into the, like, we're not in like an elevated area or anything. We just see
Can
the
we
wall.
hear anything currently? Can we hear any goblins having conversation or anything like that?
Anybody is welcome to make a perception check.
I
For what
would
now?
like to make a perception check.
Considering that I'm the perceptive blind sir, I'm going to go ahead and say that with guidance,
What are we percepting for?
and then I'm going to go ahead and
Nat
say
Whatever you
one.
want.
That
Nah.
is a natural 20 plus 6 for a 26.
That's a natural 20 for a 32.
I hate all
And
that.
also, if we do hear anything, if I hear any goblins speaking, I would like to go ahead and cast comprehend languages on myself so I can understand what they're saying.
Well,
Look
you're
at
not
us,
going to get
nat
any
22.
voices from this range because I did miss this part of the description. You guys would have stopped within the tree line as to not call attention to yourselves, but there does seem to be some industrialization going on. There are quite a few tree stumps that have been cleared out and used to make these walls and your guess buildings inside.
Is there anything that's like, is there anything carrying these tree trunks into the city?
It's not currently happening, but there is, there's like a lot of drag marks, and along the path that they're using, there is very large ruts on either side of it that you would guess are from very big cartwheels.
So upon seeing this, Xanthi's going to turn to the crew. She's going to point to the markings in the soil, and she definitely looks like shit, but she does take the time to say, hey, it looks like they are taking a large cart of some sort in and out of this facility. If we wait until, like, is it daytime now currently?
Yes, it is morning.
Okay. Are they actively pulling anything in or out of this?
Not the second.
Not the second.
Sir DM, with my 31, any chance that I would hear any sound similar to the animal calling that I heard the night before?
Quite a few of them.
32.
Oh, a 32? Quite a few of them. Of varying different pitches and tone and duration.
And I would presume size.
Your best guess. The compound itself, as Crow would pass the information along to Borrow, and everybody could see, is very large. It takes up a substantial amount of the coast.
How are we going to get inside? Is the question.
Well, seems to be a large location, so the most important thing for us would be first to locate wherever the thing that we need is.
Well, they said it was a chieftain, right?
Yes.
Normally, chieftains are like head honcho dudes. It's like the guy that I don't like talking about from last dimension, where he's like most important, so he's most protected. So anywhere that's most defensible probably is where he's at.
The head asshole.
Yes, but in order for us to find that out, we still need to get inside or have a better view.
Well, it's big and I'm small and I'm quiet.
Yes, but you're not going to go in there on your own. There's not
Well,
only goblins, there's also other creatures inside. I can hear
Crow
them.
can do his invisible thing.
I was going to say I am slightly bigger, but also quiet.
I suppose there is always the option of creating a distraction through the port.
I can set something on fire.
You mentioned ships, Crow?
Yes.
Well, if we are attempting to enter from the ground, it wouldn't be a bad idea to make them think that something is happening from the sea.
Fire.
Is there from this area? Is there any elevated positions that we could not? It's all flat terrain.
I mean,
All the way.
the variance in the topography, other than climbing a tree, which is also several hundred feet off of these walls, the variance is not enough for you to get a good look.
Bara would ask if there are any either towers or elevated areas where there are any goblins guarding. Like if it's just not ground, but like there's like, over the wall, if there's like watchtowers.
There are a few watchtowers, and Crow would have described how there are guards patrolling the top of the walls. Forget the actual terminology. I believe that it's like a battlement or something like that. They're able to walk along the top. There, you can, he would tell you they have longbows strapped to their backs.
Suggestions? I mean, running away, obviously.
Well, you talked about making a distraction by the water. Personally, I think a distraction is probably our best bet unless we want to try to sneak in there. But considering we
Is
have
this
a giant chicken with a full arsenal on their back, stealth isn't going to be our best option.
is this where Petrichor might be more useful than me?
Well,
Who?
I suppose, how about you try to ask Petrichor that question, and the two of you perhaps can find a solution so you both can find the best way to help yourselves, each other, and the rest of the group. Would you like to try that?
Well, I mean, we kind of were already talking about it last night, but like, I can do quiet things and take out people and be, sneaky. So that could help, like, the first part with trying to figure things out. But after that, where it's like distractions or things like that, that's more of a Petrichor thing, right?
I suppose, in a way, yes. And are you saying that you and Petrichor have already managed to find a form of choosing who comes first and steps forward?
Well, we've never really tried it before, but like, neither of us ever really sleep. So like, when everyone's resting, we're just kind of chatting.
I see. Well, I'm glad that the two of you are communicating.
It's kind of hard not to. Like, there's someone else in my head.
Well, here's a thought. Clucky, you are strong enough to fly around the encampment toward the ocean side, and strong enough to carry Xanthi with you. So if the two of you were to be willing, perhaps you can fly the two of you toward the ships, and Xanthi can do what Xanthi does best.
Oh, I can set something on fire. Yes.
With that, perhaps we can take the opportunity, Riley, Crow, and myself, to attempt to enter in a less noticeable way.
Well, if there's one way to get people's attention, a giant chicken and a giant ball of fire will definitely do that.
How prevalent is the presence of goblinoids in this area?
Very.
Okay. Hold 1 moment, please.
Oh
Mhm,
God!
mhm,
Now,
Oh, good.
shit, now Clucky's
That
gonna
will,
lose his fucking mind.
That will give me time for me to, queue up Danger Zone.
I'm just gonna. Can I just do I'm one with the force is with me, and just walk through the front door? Just walk through the front door. I'm one with the force is with me. I'm one with the force is with me. Just
You don't have
Hey,
to do that because
nothing to
Hey,
see.
buddy. What's going on, buddy?
Oh no!
Christ.
Oh God!
What's
The
going
chicken's
on, buddy?
broken. The
Oh
chicken's
no!
broken. We
Oh
broke the
no!
chicken,
Oh
y'all.
no!
Oh my God! We're all gonna die.
Hey, Tarzan, can you tell 32 new people what you just did?
Oh no!
I just maxed out Clucky's PTSD chart.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Clucky has just entered into a frenzy rage. He does not recognize any of you.
Oh,
No!
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 Oh shit!
Oh,
shit!
no.
What spells do I have? Holy fuck!
No!
Oh my God!
Before you
I-
ask, Taylor, he does not count as a beast.
Ah!
This is where the cleric would be helpful.
Okay.
He cannot tell that any of you are his friends right now. He's in a panic state and is. You get a sense that he sees you all as a potential threat right now.
Hold
How
you go
close
ahead?
am I?
Hold
How
on,
close am I to
hold on.
Clucky?
Hold on.
For your lives.
I can't believe I maxed out my PTSD chart on the first fucking roll.
Man.
That is insane.
Hold on.
Okay.
hold on.
Clucky is gonna need to make a wisdom saving throw.
No, wait. Hold on.
Clucky needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Well, I mean, yeah. That's a fucking. This isn't gonna be good either way. That's a 10. Damn.
Xanthi polymorphs Clucky into an actual chicken.
Yes. Yes. Best use of this.
I mean, that doesn't stop his rage, so he's still going to be attacking you guys.
Catching at Xanthi's boot, just like.
And Xanthi is going to pick up Clucky the chicken and is just going to turn to Riley as this chicken is flailing and just be like, "Do you still have that feed in your pocket?"
Yeah.
Matt, how do you want to run this?
Well, if I'm being honest, Tarzan, roll a d20 for me.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
I just imagine this fucking chicken just pecking at the boot of Xanthi, just like.
No, here's the thing. When chickens are being offensive, they flap. They can't fly, but they can get some air and will attack with the claws. Trust me, I've been attacked by a chicken before.
Hence
Yeah,
why Xanthi is holding said chicken.
Hold on.
and-
Hold on. You would have to catch him first.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever you rolled on your d20, subtract 3 from it.
That's going to be a
9.
9 then.
Okay. Xanthi, I'm going to guess that a 9 doesn't hit you.
No, it does not.
Okay. Now, Clucky. Actually, this should have happened first. Xanthi, you're going to have to roll athletics, and Chicken Clucky, we're going to give you, let me see here. You can roll a d20 and add 2.
I was gonna say, does any of his magical equipment actually apply to this role?
Oh
No.
Oh my god. Okay, athletics. You said.
Jesus
Athletics.
Christ, this has been a roller coaster of an episode.
That is a 17 plus 1 for a 18.
Oh shit! You actually 17.
Okay, so it did happen the way that Xanthi described, that the chicken was grabbed. The attack then happened. Clucky would try to break out again, but this time it'll be a d20 -3 versus Xanthi's athletics.
I would say, with the frenzied rage at this time, he's just going to be flat out attacking, even if he is being held. So it would be claws and pecking.
Okay.
Xanthi is just going to hold the chicken, even if he is attacking.
Matt,
Huh?
Matt, what role would you have me roll for what we discussed?
Wait, since he's now a chicken, can I do Dominate Beast?
Polymorph is a concentration
Riley?
spell, ma'am.
Riley, a charisma saving or a charisma check.
The behind closed doors plotting.
There's no plotting. I'm trying to help you people.
Hey, I was ready for my Iron Man versus Hulk moment between Clucky and Barrow, okay? I was so ready.
Until
19.
Xanthi turned Clucky into an actual chicken.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be in your old body again, buddy?
That's true. It's a
We're visiting
19.
your ancestry.
With a 19, Riley focuses, takes a moment, really tries to just do everything that they can in their power. And when their eyes open, it is petrichor for the briefest moment before Riley comes back.
All right. Well, my plan's out the window.
Calm emotions. I see it.
That's exactly what I was trying to do.
Clucky, roll to attack again.
All right.
You have a -3 because you are a chicken, but like not an awesome chicken like you normally are.
Can I use an action to give him disadvantage?
Are you gonna hand me the feed? God damn it! I'm trying to.
I
feed
don't
this
have
chicken.
any. The feed only lasts so long before the feed runs out. That ran out a while ago.
Not to mention the chicken is enraged right now.
Yeah. That's gonna be a 5 and a 1. Clucky's rolling really shitty right now.
It's because you don't have a +17 to your strength anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That misses, by the way.
Well, clearly.
Really?
Does it miss? I will let Xanthi do something else if she wishes.
Xanthi is just going to pretty much just like keep Clucky close to her, even though he is fighting and flailing. She's gonna pretty much like do like the whole like try to applying pressure to calm him down and just kind of being like, look, man, I've been there. It's fine, Clucky. Like, I guess it's your turn to finally lose your fucking shit, huh? I get it. And like just literally just like casually talking to this chicken and just being like, God fucking damn it, I wish I had a fucking drink right now. Calm down, you stupid chicken. Like
we could stunning strike the chicken.
And like, but she's pretty much just casually talking to this chicken, being like, yeah, same, bro, same. Like she doesn't really know how to calm down Clucky aside from like feed, and there is no feed, so she's pretty much just going to like do like heat pressure therapy.
I maxed out my fucking chart right out the start on my first fucking roll.
I'm gonna say that Barrow is gonna have a moment of, well, this certainly puts us in a predicament. If Clucky is not able to.
I have another question,
Yes.
and that is, to Tarzan as a literal chicken that is, or was once a figurative chicken, in this state, how quiet are you being?
Oh, shit.
Oh no! Oh no!
He's been clucking. He's been clucking
I'm
very
ready to.
angrily.
If he's been, I mean, I'll stun. I'll attempt to stun strike him for sure.
Oh, yeah,
motherfuckers.
I would like
soon
to
as-
roll to wring the chicken's neck.
As
Well,
soon
let's
as
not-
Xanthi would have went for the grapple, you would have heard just fucking losing his shit.
Fucking shit.
That moment when all the plans go out the window.
So much for the
In the
plans.
first moment,
Lucky
it's
one.
just
I was waiting for the trauma roll. I was waiting for it because I'm like,
not even an attempt to try to do the first step of any plan. Just straight off the bat. Just let's go.
So,
All right.
Baro, are you going to stunning strike the chicken?
If I can attempt to stun strike the chicken before it becomes loud and obnoxious and potentially endangering all of
we've
us.
already reached that point.
Yes.
Roll to hit and you have advantage.
Because
Oh,
he is a
boy.
chicken.
And he's being held.
Being held by Xanthi.
That'll be a 19.
I'm pretty sure that hits.
Yeah, that definitely hits a chicken. So, that being said, Clucky, roll a Constitution saving throw as yourself, as you have lost the 1 hit point you had in your polymorph form.
He's back.
Oh no!
You killed Clucky!
I knocked Clucky out. I didn't kill Clucky.
I have bad news. That's a 17.
Shit.
Clucky is not stunned, and Clucky is also his normal chicken self.
As in, like,
Riley is
full size?
backing away. Yeah, when you knock out all of the hit points of the creature they were polymorphed into, they return to their natural state. So.
Shit.
What?
At this point, I think Xanthi would still be holding Clucky, but instead it's just like this giant chicken, and she's just looking up, and she you see her slowly just like release her hands off of Clucky.
Mistakes were made.
I regret this decision.
Fuck, this is bad.
my
Would you say in this moment?
I didn't know we were planning on creating a dumpster fire in front of a stronghold, but I guess here we are.
Hey, we might as well get the dumpster fire out of the way before we, I don't know, face against a whole army of fucking trolls.
To those of you who are joining us today, welcome to the chaos.
Would you
Everyone
say
here has PTSD, and we all have like a PTSD table. Everyone is broken in the mind except for Baro.
Would
you say in
He's
this
getting
moment that it would provide some level of clarity that would open an opportunity for Clucky to save it from his own self?
Probably. You were just an actual chicken again for the first time in I don't know how long.
You got a bit of a snap out of it, man.
All right. This is the fucking roll.
Oh my god, I'm so nervous.
This is the fucking roll that we need. All right. Come on. Fuck! It's a 7. He doesn't save. He doesn't fucking save. He's still fucking frenzied.
Oh, shit.
So,
We love in
that being said,
conflict.
Tarzan,
Yeah.
make an attack roll, and also you tell me if Xanthi or Baro is odds.
Xanthi's odds.
Yeah, I'm odd.
Yeah, you are.
We all are.
These are going to be unarmed strikes, because he's snapped at this point. But that's going to be an 18 to hit on the first strike.
You were just a literal chicken, and you come back to your full strength. And as this happens, you remember that right before becoming a chicken, it was the words or gestures from Xanthi that caused that to happen. Does an 18 hit Xanthi?
Yes!
Interception.
I'll allow that. That reduces the damage, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so roll some damage first off, and you can roll to negate some or all of that damage.
You know what? This is totally fair considering I've almost roasted Clucky like 3 times during mental breakdown.
So there's no roll for an unarmed strike. It's just a flat 7 bludgeoning damage.
Unless you're using your claws.
No, this is just unarmed strike with his hands. He doesn't have any weapons.
So it's just going to be only one.
Damn, nice fucking reduction there.
Nice.
Xanthi, I say, will probably take this damage, and she's immediately gonna, like, you kind of see her take the fucking hit. She snaps back, looks like, and goes, Clucky, snap the fuck out of it.
This is so
Clucky, I must ask, did you add your rage damage?
No, I did not. That's going to be an additional 3, so 4 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Yeah. But you probably saw, like, as Clucky went for that strike towards Sandy, Barra being nearby, he just used the staff to potentially, like, just hit the hand to just get it off the way, just enough to make so the strike wasn't, like, straight on Xanthi.
But I would say Xanthi is, like, telling Clucky to snap the fuck out of it right now.
Potentially not too
in
loud.
this moment, to everybody, I will say that you all have to roll initiative next time that we play.
No! We still have half an hour.
Don't leave us be like this.
Come on, Matt.
God.
Come on, Matt.
I know why he's doing it, because this is going to unfurl into a bigger fucking conflict if we can get Clucky out of this shit.
Thank you, everybody, for joining today.
Oh, we're all
Thank
dead.
you
We're gonna die.
the raiding party that came in from Dork Tales. Thank you so much. We
appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
If you like what you saw, tune in next time. We have several shows that we do on this channel. Next one being Friday evening, Tales of Varden by the one and only Chris Kinney. Handful of us will be there as well as players. It's going to be a grand old time. Somebody that I believe is still in the chat is going to have a brawl with their
Sibling?
NPC sibling. That should be fun. But
I'm
yeah,
sure fine.
so I'm glad that we all get to experience this together, and we'll see you all next time.
Matt.
Bye-bye.
We're all gonna die.
Matt.